Formulas and functions. Introduction. One of the important attributes of Excel is its ability to perform calculations either using a formula or a function. In this chapter, you will learn the basic of formulas and how they can be used in different scenarios. Formulas are the user-defined instructions to perform calculations, whereas functions are the predefined or inbuilt formulas that come with Excel. Formulas in Excel. Formulas are used to perform calculations involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, etc. A formula establishes a relationship between two or more cells. It is an expression that can include cell addresses, numbers, arithmetic operators, and parentheses. Using it, you can perform simple as well as complex calculations. A formula must begin with an equal to symbol followed by cell references and operators. It may contain a few or all of the below mentioned elements. References: a cell or range of cell that you want to include in your calculation. Operators: symbols that specify the operation to be performed. Constants: numbers or text values that do not change. Functions: predefined formulas in Excel. Creating a basic formula. A basic formula involves only one type of operator in it. Let us use it to calculate the sum of the numbers in B2, B3 till B6 and display the result in B7. Enter the data as shown in figure 2.1. Click on the cell B7 where you want to display the result and type equals to sign. Click on the cell B2. A dashed border called marquee will appear around it. Its address will appear in the cell B7 and in the formula bar. This method of clicking on the cell to add its reference to a formula is called pointing. The status bar will display the status of point. Now type the plus symbol. Repeat the above steps till B7 or type equal to B2 plus B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6 in B7. You will notice the different colored borders appearing around these cells. Press the Enter key. Cell B7 will display the total of all the values from B2 to B6. Using compound formula. Compound formula is used when more than one operator is required to perform calculation. Let us use it to calculate the amount compounded annually using the formula equal to P into 1 plus R by 100 into T. Enter the data as shown in figure. Now follow the given steps. Click on the cell B9 and type equal to. Click on the cell B2. The cell address of B2 appears in the cell B9. Type the symbol asterisk followed by digit 1 and plus. Now open new bracket and click on B3 and it will appear in B9. Type slash followed by number 100 and close the brackets. Again type the symbol in B9 and click on the cell B4. Press the Enter key. Note that the result appears in the cell but the actual formula is visible on the formula bar. Using formula on text. We can also perform addition on character and string data type. Except for addition, other operations like subtraction, multiplication, division, etc. are not allowed on the string data type. The ampersand symbol is used to perform addition. Addition of two or more text values is called concatenation. Let us understand this with the help of an example. Enter any string type value in cell A1 and B1. Say save in A1 and environment in B1. Enter the formula is equal to A1 and B1 in cell C1 and press the Enter key. It will display save environment in cell C1. Cell range. A range is a group of contiguous cells which form the shape of a rectangle. It can be a group of two cells or as big as an entire worksheet. You can specify a range by writing the starting cell address followed by the ending cell address, both separated by a colon. For example, C10 colon C100 indicates a range starting from cell C10 and ending with C100. Selecting a range. Click on the first cell in the range and while holding down the left mouse button, drag it to the last cell. Or click on the first cell and hold down the Shift key while you press the arrow keys to extend the selection. Or select the first cell in the range and then press F8 to extend the selection by using the arrow keys. To stop extending the selection, press F8 again. Using a range in formula. Type the data as shown in figure. Click on the cell B7 and type the formula is equal to sum B2 colon B6. Press the Enter key. The total will be displayed in the cell B7. Naming a range. Till now, you have seen that whenever you want to refer to a range of cells, you make use of cell reference like B2 colon B6. Excel provides us with another option of referring a range of cells by giving a suitable and meaningful name of the cell range. To define a name for a range, select the range of cells that you want to name. Let us say B2 colon B6. On the Formulas tab in the Defined Names group, click on the Define Name option. The New Name dialog box appears. In the Name field, enter the name that you want to specify for the range, say total_marks. In the Scope box, specify the availability of the range name by choosing Workbook, if you want this to be known to all the sheets in the workbook. If you want to limit the scope of this range to a particular worksheet only, then select the name of that worksheet. Write some text in the comment section if you want to attach some comment with this name. In the Refers to field, make sure that the required range is specified. Click on the OK button. The defined name is now ready to be used in the formulas. Using a named range. Let us use the created name total_marks in calculating the value of total marks. Click on the cell B7 and type the formula equal to sum. Now click on the drop-down arrow of the Use in Formula option in the Defined Names group on the Formulas tab and select the name total_marks from the displayed list. The name gets pasted in the formula. Now type the closing bracket to complete the formula definition. The formula would look like equal to sum total_marks. Press Enter key to get the result in the cell. Cell reference and its types. The cell address that we use in the formula is known as the cell reference. For example, A1 where A denotes the column name and 1 denotes the row number. With references, you can use the data from different parts of the worksheet or different sheets of the workbook. There are 3 types of cell references. Relative reference. When you create formula, references to a cell or range are usually based on the position relative to the cell. When you copy or move the formula to other cells, the reference to the cell automatically gets changed. For example, the formula in A3 is equal to A1 plus A2. When you copy the formula from A3 to B3, Excel automatically changes the reference to match the location of cells. That is B1 in place of A1 and B2 in place of A2. Let us try it practically. Select the cell B7 in which formula equal to sum B2 colon B6 is written. Click on the Copy button. Select the cell C7 and click on the Paste button. Observe that the cell reference in C7 changes automatically from B2 colon B6 to C2 colon C6. Absolute reference. Absolute reference is used when we do not want to change the address of the cell while copying the formula to another cell. To use absolute reference in a cell, you need to add $sign before the column and row number. For example, equal to $A$1 plus $A$2. Let us calculate the percentage. Type 0.5 in cell E10. Click on cell D2. Type equal to B2 plus C2 into $E$10 and press the enter key. The cell D2 displays the value 83.5. The first two cell addresses have no dollar sign, so it is relative reference, and the second cell address is absolute. Therefore, when the cell content is copied, the first one will change the reference in the new location, but second will remain the same, that is $E$10. Now, copy the total incentive amount for other cells by dragging the mouse pointer to the rest of the cells when it changes to the plus symbol. Mixed reference. It is a combination of relative and absolute reference. In this type of reference, either row or column has to remain fixed. $E1 plus $2 is an example of mixed reference. Let us calculate the CGPA. Type 9.5 in cell E11. Click on the cell E2. Type equal to $D2/E11. Press the enter key. You can calculate the CGPA of other cells by dragging the mouse pointer to the rest of the cells when it changes to the plus symbol. Cell reference of another worksheet. You can use the cell reference of one worksheet in another worksheet. This can be done in two ways. Using copy-paste option. Click on the Sheet 2 tab and enter the data as shown in figure 2.10. Click on the Sheet 1 tab. Now click on cell B7 where the sum function is used. Copy the formula using Ctrl plus C. Click on the Sheet 2 tab and click on cell B7. Paste the formula using Ctrl plus V. Using sheet reference. It uses sheet number, exclamation mark and cell address. For example, sheet 1 exclamation B2. Let us try to use the sheet reference. Click on the cell C2 of sheet 2. Type equal to B2 plus sheet 1 exclamation B2 plus sheet 1 exclamation C2 to add the marks in computer and marks in games from the cell B2 and C2 of sheet 1 to the marks in English in cell B2 of sheet 2. Press the enter key. You can calculate the total marks for other cells by dragging the mouse pointer to rest of the cells when pointer changes to the plus symbol. Formula errors. In Microsoft Excel, if any formula is entered incorrectly, then Excel displays an error message instead of the value and assists you in identifying and fixing the problem. Some of the common errors along with their possible reasons are listed below. It occurs if the formula is used incorrectly. It occurs if the formula contains invalid data. This error occurs if the number is divided by 0. This error occurs when the formula refers to a cell that does not exist. This usually happens when the cell reference has been deleted from the worksheet. Functions. Functions are the pre-designed formulas in Excel to perform both simple and complex calculations. Functions save time and eliminate the chance to write wrong formulas. They accept arguments and return values. Arguments are the input values to functions upon which calculations are performed to find out the final result. These values can be numbers, text, etc. and are enclosed within parentheses. Functions begin with the equal to sign followed by the function name and then the list of arguments separated comma within the parenthesis. For example, equal to function name, argument 1, argument 2 and so on. Rules to enter a function. All Excel functions must begin with equal to sign. Function name must be a valid Excel name. For example, sum, average. Function name must be followed by an opening and closing parenthesis. Arguments are enclosed in the parenthesis. For example, equal to sum, A1:A5. Common functions. AutoSum. The AutoSum option, besides being the common and the fastest way to find out the total of the given numbers in a range, also provides options to find average, count, max, min, etc. You can find the options in two places. In the Editing group on the Home tab, in the Function Library on the Formulas tab. Sum. The sum function returns the total of the range values. Let us use this feature to calculate the total of the salary obtained by Amit. Enter the data as given in figure. Click on the cell D2 where you want to place the salary. Click on the Auto Sum option present in the Editing group on the Home tab. A dashed border appears around B2 through C2 and Excel automatically enters the formula that uses the sum function in the cell D2. Now press the Enter key. The cell D2 will display the result. Average. The average function returns the average of the range values. The arguments can be range of cells, numbers, or numbers along with cell references. Using the worksheet shown in figure, let us calculate the average of salary obtained by Amit. Click on the cell where you want to place the average of values. Let us say E2. Type equal to sign followed by the name of the function, that is average. Put the opening parenthesis symbol. Select the cell B2 through C2 to define the range of the cells. Put the closing parenthesis symbol and press the Enter key. The cell E2 will display the average of salary obtained by Amit. Max. It is used to find the largest value in the given range. Click on the cell F2 and type equal to max B2:C2 and press the Enter key. The maximum value in the range B2:C2 will be displayed in the cell F2. Today. It is used to display the current date. Type equal to today in the cell and press the Enter key. The today function will display the current date in the selected cell. To display the values in number form. For month, equal to month, today. For year, year, today. For day, day, today. To display the values in text form. For month, equal to text, today, comma, MMMM. For day, equal to text, today, comma, DDDD. Functions, purpose. Sum, range. Give the sum of a range. Average, range. Find the average of a range. Odd, number. Returns the number rounded up the nearest odd integer. Int, number. Rounds a number to the nearest integer. Product, range. Multiplies the values in a range of cells. Round, number, num underscore digit. Rounds a number to the specified digits. Exp, number. Returns natural logarithm raised to the power of a number. SQRT, number. Returns a square root. Power, number power. Returns the result of a number raised to some power. Mod, number, divisor. Returns the remainder after a number is divided by the divisor. Function library. There are many functions defined in Excel and it is beyond the capacity of a person to remember the name and functionality of each one of them. To overcome it, Excel has clubbed all the functions in the Function Library group or Formulas tab. Here, the functions are categorized by their functionality like math and trig, text, date and time, etc. You can click on a category to browse its functions. The Insert function. The Insert function is one of the options in the Function Library group which helps us in creating a formula. Let us explore this option. Click on the cell which you want to enter a formula. Click on the Insert function button present on the Formulas tab. Or click on the Insert function button present on the formula bar. Either of these will launch the Insert function dialog box and an equal to sign will be placed in the cell. In the Insert function dialog box, you can search for a function by typing a brief description of what you want to do in the search for a function text box. In case you do not remember the name of the function, for example, add numbers returns the sum function. In the Or Select a Category list box, you can select the category of the function like Math and Trig for GCD function. If you are not familiar with the categories, you can select All, which will display an alphabetic list of all the functions in the Select a Function list box. Select the desired function from the displayed list and then click on OK. This will open the Function Arguments dialog box, wherein you will enter the cell reference or values and then click on OK to get the result of the selected function. Managing Worksheet. Renaming Worksheet. By default, Excel displays 3 sheets in a worksheet named as Sheet 1, Sheet 2 and Sheet 3. But we can add as many sheets as we require and assign any name to them. Let us do it practically and assign a new name, Students Record, to the Sheet 2 tab. Right-click on the Sheet 2 tab in the worksheet. A shortcut menu will appear as shown in figure. Click on the Rename option or double-click on the Sheet 2 tab. The name of the sheet gets highlighted. Type Students Record and press the Enter key. Note that the name of the Sheet 2 has been changed to Students Record. Deleting a worksheet. You can delete a worksheet if it is of no use to you. To delete a worksheet, right-click on the sheet which you want to delete. Click on the Delete option. Changing color of a sheet tab. Right-click on the Sheet tab and select the Tab Color option from the shortcut menu as shown in figure. Select any color from the displayed choices and observe the change.